1713. On the ship Henrietta Marie, chained Africans crossed the Atlantic with no room to stand. Many died before land appeared. Their bodies were thrown into the ocean behind the ship. The ocean saw.
Listen to this closely.
This happened to your bloodline.
This was planned for profit.
Your ancestors still survived it.
The water remembers your ancestors' names. Millions crossed the Atlantic in chains. Many never touched land alive. You are here because they refuse to die quietly.
Yeah. From the 1500s to the 1800s, European ships crossed West Africa, Portugal, Britain, Spain, France, and the Netherlands built this trade. They bought and kidnapped African people for labor in the Americas. Historians estimate that 10 to 12 million Africans survived the crossing. Millions more died before reaching shore. People were taken from Angola, Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, and Congo. Many were marched hundreds of miles to slave ports and chains. At ports like Elman, the Castle, and Bonny, families were separated forever. The crossing became known as the Middle Passage. Ships packed human beings below deck like cargo. Some ships held more than 400 people at once. The British ship Brooks became famous for how tightly people were packed. Men, women, and children were chained together for weeks or months. Many could not sit upright. Disease spread fast in the heat below deck. Dysentery, fever, dehydration, and starvation killed thousands. Women were sexually abused by crew members during the voyage. Some captive jumped into the ocean rather than live in slavery in 1781. The crew of the slave ship zoned through more than 130 Africans into the sea for insurance money. The owners went to court demanding payment for the murdered people. Olaudah Equiana wrote about the smell, the chains, and the screaming in his 1789 book. Your ancestors lived through organized torture, created for money.
Do not look away from this history.
They counted black bodies as cargo,
But your ancestors kept fighting. The water remembers your ancestors' names. Millions crossed the Atlantic in chains. Many never touched land alive. You are here because they refuse to die quietly.
yeah. The Middle Passage helped build the economies of Europe and America. Sugar plantations in the Caribbean depended on enslaved labor. Cotton plantations in the American South depended on enslaved labor. Banks, shipping companies, and insurance firms made fortunes from slavery. Cities like Liverpool and Bristol grew rich from slave voyages in the United States. Slavery expanded after the invention of the cotton gin in 1793. By 1860, nearly 4 million enslaved black people lived in America. Congress banned the importation of enslaved Africans in 1808. But slavery continued inside the country. Children were still sold away from parents at auctions. Black families were still whipped, branded, and controlled by force.
What up, people? We are back on it. Much respect. I see you out there. Power to the people. I'm late tonight, guys, because, you know, I've been gaming my ass off, honestly. Yeah, man, I sat back, man, like last Friday. I had downloaded the game. I think it's called like For the King Part 2. Role-playing game, turn-based. Good shit. Loved it. Anyway, my sons already were playing it, so I linked up with them, and we just did like the old-fashioned, how they used to have like couch co-op. But you know, they don't do that shit no more because Sony too fucking greedy. So we all got our own separate PlayStations. And we just did that shit for like, I don't know, 15 fucking hours. But that's how you do it when you're gaming. And I came to that bitch, did some more. I'm probably about maybe 25 hours now, at least. But I had to get away, escape from fucking Earth One, because it's the same old shit, man. This shit here. One thing about being in this type of movement, it's gonna be continuous, right? It's gonna always. America's crimes are so fucking, so many of them, right? It's a fucking plethora of crimes they do, and they normalize the crimes. So that's why we're here. I mean, imagine Trump going out here making an ass of himself in front of FIFA, right? America lost, bro. America lost. Donald Trump had no business on that fucking stage. But I got videos. We're going to dive into that shit. Like, Spain won that shit. How the fuck you going to have Trump nasty ass up there, but you ain't got the Spanish president? Right? They fucking won. If anybody should be enjoying a victory, it's Spain. I'm glad they beat Argentina, because fuck Argentina. Right? Fuck Israel, fuck Argentina, and fuck America. Since them the only three racist ass countries that voted against making chattel slavery the greatest crime against humanity. And because they are racist as fuck, and America is still a slaving country, by the way, with the 13th Amendment. So we already know how that's going down. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into that shit. Just so y'all understand what it takes being up in here.
My poll tax certificate from 1960, when we had to pay $2 or $3 to vote, and we only made $2 or $3. So you had to choose between eating or voting. That was the suppression back in the 60s. If you missed 1 year, they doubled it up on you the next year. I didn't have to pay because I was a veteran. So this is my exemption certificate, but I had to show it. So when they say you don't have to show ID, we've been showing ID since we started voting. So there's no such thing as you don't have to show ID to vote.
Right, this lady is 91 years old. She remember voting during Jim Crow. Right, remember, she only got a couple months pay, a couple dollars for that month. And what they do, they use that as a poll tax. Demons have never wanted us to vote. That's why they lost their fucking mind, guys. White people in this country lost their mind when the Democratic Party gave black people the right to vote. That's why it's been a hotly debated issue. This is why they go back and forth right now, because of this. And this lady, like I said, she had to choose between eating and getting her bills paid and voting. This is how hard they go. That's why if somebody tell me they're not voting, they're a fucking fool, especially if you black. They still lynching motherfuckers out here, and you still talking about you not voting? Voting is your primary weapon against white supremacy. It's the one thing they fear the most. Look how the Confederate States moving. The moment they struck down the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the fucking Confederate States rose up immediately to start destroying black districts because they are racist to their core. They are never going to beat the allegations, right? They are not going to beat the allegations ever because they are racist. The United States of America is one of the most racist countries in history, period. And I tell you that it is. No country on earth has done more dirt to black people than the United States of America. Bar none, nobody. And every fucking facet of the country, no matter what you into, from the aerospace industry and being astronauts to fucking being mathematicians to just sitting on the block, being an electrician, going to work, you cannot escape the fucking racism here in this country, because this is America to its core. Right? Did I tell you can't even go out here and work as an electrician? Let's get it.
This black man and this Mexican man are electricians who were minding their business, working on a job, and the police started treating them like this.
I'm just working, ma'am. That's it.
The black.
Now, I want you to listen to how this guy is calling her ma'am and shit, and listen how broken her fucking English is. Imagine coming out here and doing all this shit, and your ass can barely fucking even speak the language.
Man and the Mexican man fully complied with police by stopping everything they were working on, getting on the ground with their hands up, and saying, "I'm just working, ma'am." But then this pathetic cop pulls her gun out on them.
I'm not laying on the ground for no fucking slave catcher. Fuck that.
Hold your hands.
I'm not
On your back.
on my back.
On your stomach.
See, the bitch don't even know what she's talking about. Get on your back, get on your stomach. She got a gun on them. She don't know what the fuck she doing. Clear example of somebody who do not know what the fuck they should be doing. That bitch should not have, listen, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I say, bitch, you go have to shoot me on my feet. I'm not laying on the ground for shit. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. Me laying on the ground and humiliating me, that shit ain't happening. But it's forever fuck the police. In case anybody was wondering, it's been forever fuck them slave catchers. The only reason he got this shit is because he had on meta glasses. That's how he was able to catch the shit they was doing to him.
On my stomach?
Yes.
How is this lady a cop? She don't even know what she doing. Talking about get on your back.
We just here working, ma'am. That's it. I only have tools on me.
He tells me right there, you working? The fuck?
Turn around.
Which way?
This way.
Just secure them for now. I got you. I got you covered. Secure
Right
them
out here.
Get him
until we
bullshit.
figure out what's going on.
On my back?
On your stomach.
Until we figure out what's going on, let's violate people's
You're
rights.
fine.
This
Gotta
is-
secure
You
you.
all are not under arrest.
You're not under arrest. Just detained. There's a shooting.
So why the fuck are you detaining them if it's a shooting? You should be trying to detain the fucking shooter. Right? But they cowards, bro. If a motherfucker was shooting, you would still hear the shots going on. You would go towards the shots. But these people, like I said, it's the B team that show up that didn't want that smoke, but they here to fuck with other people's rights. Listen, if you scary, don't be a fucking slave catcher. No one gives a fuck. Do not put that uniform on if your ass is scared to get shot. That's called a occupational fucking hazard. But Lord knows they shoot enough of us.
Yeah, I understand.
There's no shooting.
Yeah, we just bystanders. I didn't know you get cuffed up for being a
Be
bystander.
quiet. Please. You're not making it easier.
I'm just working though, ma'am, and you treating me like I got something to do with it.
Sir, please.
It's already bad enough for my
Hey,
skin this
Can you
color.
just sit down here? Okay, can you just sit against the wall? Please, scoot yourself over.
This is crazy.
Not only are these cops racist, they stupid as hell.
Hey, sit still.
She told me to scoot over there.
That's fine.
Yeah.
To the wall.
What y'all want me to do?
Fine. No, sit against the wall.
Ah, okay, y'all confused and y'all look scared like y'all don't know who y'all want to shoot, dang.
Hey,
I'm
I need
just
you to shut
working.
the fuck up!
Hey, handcuff
You
him. Hey, it's all right. Handcuff
You
him.
nasty crashed out, man. That ugly bitch, man. You see her face all fucked up with all that fake ass plastic surgery? This is what I be talking about, man. Bitch racist, but she want black features. Like the fuck? Motherfucker ugly as fuck, man. I tell you, man, slave catchers are the fucking worst. It's forever fuck the police, dude. Couldn't be me. I'm never laying on the fucking ground for a slave catcher. You can eat shit, dude. You can eat shit.
Handcuff the second guy. We're good.
I need your badge number, man. This is crazy. I need your badge number, ma'am. This is crazy.
You're fine. There's two officers that are shot. I need you police to be cooperative and have some fucking dignity.
I can.
Listen, fuck dignity. If they got shot, that's their problem. Why the fuck you ain't over there rendering aid to the cops that got shot? What the fuck does two electricians got to do with a cop that got shot? Right? That's why I tell you, man, do not fucking trust these slave catchers.
Talk though, ma'am. I'm just working.
You're not in those fucking cops that will show you how to talk.
It's all right. You got him. Settle it down.
You don't have to act like that.
Whoever this
Yeah, shit. See that ugly
trash
bitch?
ass cop is, she needs to be fired.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit, man. What the fuck is up with her face, though? Right? What the fuck is up with her face? You mad because somebody got blasted? That ain't got nothing to do with two black people, but that's what it always is. Listen, that's what they hire these motherfuckers for, right? Slave catchers has always been here to keep black people in their place. No matter what fucking propaganda they tell you, that is the purpose of the fucking police department, to uphold white supremacy and keep your black ass in your place. What the fuck does two electricians have to do with some cops that got shot? Not a goddamn thing. You could have just told them, lock your van up and leave the area. But no, you want to try to make them a part of this shit and handcuff them and talk all crazy to them. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all motherfuckers. And listen, cops deserve to get smoked. Let's just keep that shit real, man. Fuck a slave catcher. right? You motherfuckers are the worst. Over police, America's the most over police country on earth. Nobody feels bad about them fucking demons. Get a real fucking job, right? Bitch, get a real job. Get your ass out here and do a real job where you can earn people respect. But going out here and abusing fucking power, that's probably why them bitches got shot. Because you keep pushing people to the limit.
Immediately, but this is a perfect example of how half of America sees blacks and Mexicans. They was already complying on the ground with their hands up. It was no need to put them in handcuffs. It was no need to talk to them like that. And it was no need to treat them like they was guilty. I bet that female cop thinks she a Christian too.
This is why I tell you, it's complete bullshit. Like, what the fuck are you even doing by there? Obviously, the area is cleared if you ain't hearing no shots ringing out. But this is what they do. They always over fucking react and always got a reason to blast somebody. Why are you pulling guns out on people that's not a threat to you? The people who had to shoot out with the cops, you should be going to deal with them, but they cowards, right? Especially those two cops right there. They're not out here trying to actively get the guy who done it. They just, hey, we're going to go rough some other people up. Let's go fuck with some law-abiding citizens that got brown skin. That'll make me feel better because somebody got blasted. This is why they never beaten allegations, man. It's forever fuck the police. Period. Forever fuck the police. That's why I say, man, freedom for who? Right? They talk about this 250 years of freedom, but who the fuck is that freedom really for?
Now let's do the math. While everybody's celebrating 250 years of American independence, black people have been free from America for a fraction of that. Take out 246 years of slavery, 89 years of Jim Crow, and you're left with about 60 years of real legal access in this country. Let's run down the timeline. 1619, slavery begins. 1776, America declares independence, but we still enslaved. 1865, slavery ends, 246 years in. From 1865 to 1954, Jim Crow, 89 more years. From 1954 to 1968, the Civil Rights era, the laws finally change. From 1968 to the 1970s, redlining continues in practice for years. And now look at 2026, we're celebrating America's 250th birthday, right? Real legal access barely crosses 50 to 60 years, depending on how you counted it. And even in those 60 years, they've worked overtime to take that equality back. Look at 2025. Black women lost 319,000 jobs. In that same stretch, white men gained 365,000. Government contracts. Black-owned businesses get just 1.2% of federal contract dollars, while white-owned businesses get 93%. And while they're stripping away the one certification program that gave us that small crack in the door, this same administration has been blatantly giving no bid contracts to his buddies and his children. And then look at representation across our political system. Black elected officials hold between 7 to 8% of office, and they are actively redistricting to shrink that number further right now here in real time. It's not the economy. It's not the coincidence. That's the same play, updated for today, not owning us anymore, just making sure the door stays shut through policy instead. But here's the good news. We know the rules now, and when the rules are actually equal, watch us move. It's the same way we dominate in sports, because the rules are the same for everybody on the field. And when the game is equal, we win. Give us equal access to jobs, to capital, to opportunity, and we do exactly what we've always done when the playing field is equal. That's what actually terrifies them, that we might succeed at the same rate as everybody else on equal footing. Because if we're equal, then the whole hierarchy falls apart. White supremacy was never about strength. It was always about needing someone below you to feel above somebody else. That's not power. That's insecurity. That's white mediocrity. That is narcissism. So while they're busy trying to hold the door shut, we are busy building anyway. Now drop a black fist in the comments and share this with someone who needs to hear this Black History gem.
I love following her, but she's the truth. She's the author of the 1619 Project. To really show you, somebody said they like this shirt. Hey, this shirt, you can get it on uniongang.store. I'll be dropping the QR codes throughout the presentation and the Antifa War Room. And for everybody else, you can go to uniongang.store. And this one is called The Prosecutor versus Felon. Like I said, I was always day one Kamala. I was always day one Kamala. But yeah, listen, they scared. They've been scared. We make up what? 8% of the fucking government, 8%, and they still triggered about that. They still in their white fragility about that. That is nuts. Yeah, my Cash App is here on my TikTok page right there. Yeah, that's the Cash App. money sign US Army Overlord. Venmo is going to be at US Army Overlord, and then GoFundMe is also in there, and I'll be rotating through all three of them. And there's other modes that you can hit if you go click on my bio. But I'll be rotating the QR code that's up in the upper left-hand corner in the Antifa War Room. And yeah, guys, I am multi-streaming. I multi-stream on all platforms here. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Normally about 8 p.m., but I was running about an hour late tonight because I had to go back to my gamer mode. My PS5 been collecting dust for fucking years. I finally knocked that dust off that shit, and I got me some damn good gaming in. Got me about 20 hours or so, maybe about 25 hours, honestly, if I'm being truthful. My shit on standby mode right now, because as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to go back and kick some more ass in these dungeons. So I need something I could do to break this shit up, right? The constant corruption is really just pissing me off, man, with the country. But let's keep it going, because everything that's happening, we know. Remember, they talk all this shit about an anti-lynching bill, but it's been performative. Not one person in U.S. history has ever been prosecuted for lynching black people. That's why they keep fucking doing it. It's been used as a tool of terror ever since we got out them damn slave ships. They've been using that shit. And we got off that, they ended fucking slavery after that first Civil War. They got the Confederacy got their ass kicked. They've been doing this. This is why they formed the Ku Klux Klan. This is why they continue to this day to support that nonsense. But let's get into it.
I need you to sit with this number for a second. Raynard Johnson, Mississippi, 2000. Otis Byrd, Mississippi, 2015. Lennon Lacey, North Carolina, 2014. Trey Reed, Mississippi, 2025. Kyle Basinga, Georgia, 2026. Almost every single one of these cases ruled suicide. Some within days. Some before a full investigation ever happened. Families reporting broken bones, bound hands, feet touching the ground, and still, case closed. One civil rights organization found at least 70 suspected modern-day lynchings across 7 southern states since 2000. Just in the Deep South. 20 of them in Mississippi alone. And we all know who's from Mississippi that just was found unalived. Nolan Wells. So I have to ask, if this were happening to any other group of Americans in this concentration, in this pattern, would the FBI still be sitting on the sidelines? We're told this is one of the hardest hate crimes to prove. Black people aren't tying nooses and hanging themselves to trees. Not to mention the broken bones, feet on the ground. How's this happening? This isn't about assuming every ruling is wrong. It's about asking why the pattern itself isn't the investigation. It's about asking why these families have to hire their own forensic pathologist just to get a second opinion on their own child's death, as in the Nolan Wells case. They're hiring someone to do the autopsy outside of Mississippi. Black people in America have never been protected at the same standard as everyone else. This is just the latest proof. Say their names. Gerard Jackson, Tonae Miller, Juliana Nzita, Kai James, Denoris Richardson, Roy Veal, Clarence Otis Cole, Nick Naylor, Gregory Johnson, Frederick Jermaine Carter, Marco McMillan, Ben Cada, Philip Carroll, Sandra Bland, Willie Andrew Jones Jr., T.T. Gully, Malcolm Harsh, Dominic Alexander, Robert Fuller, Emmanuel Kildea, Omari Bryant, Leon Hayes, Trayvonte Schubert Helton, Javion McGee, or Javi, Denoris Richardson, Earl Smith, Tori Medley. Share this. Push for the DOJ to review these cases as a pattern, not one by one. Support organizations already doing this work, because right now they're doing the job the federal government won't.
Straight up, but you're not getting no help from the federal government, because the FBI is a white supremacist organization. The moment they let a felon get in charge of the country, he put other white supremacists in there. He pardoned white supremacists who did dirt, right? Pedophiles, motherfuckers, all type of shit to kids. A lot of them bitches went back to jail or got smoked by slave catchers wilding out. So that is what's happening. When you talk about these lynchings, we know that the stats are far higher. They committed genocide against black people for fucking centuries. And they don't say shit about it. All these people that got lynched, there's nobody tracking that. People are doing that. Individuals haven't picked that shit and do it ourselves because the federal government is racist as fuck. It always has been. This is what systemic racism looks like. That's why I say squad wipe the fucking FBI. Who needs them? They don't do shit for black people. Anything they do for black people is performative of its best. We know they got them slave catchers down there in Lexington, Mississippi, got mass graves down there. Crooked ass cops was doing hella dirt. All kind of video. The feds had a little case, but did they charge one person? No. So if you come in here talking about the Democratic Party, man, you sound dumb as shit, right? Because who is racist? Who is racist? The ones carrying the Confederate flags? Let's get it. What party is racist? Which party granted black people the right to vote and go? Which party still rolls with the Ku Klux Klan and go? Which party still has a Confederate flag and go? Nobody want to hear that shit, man. Listen, man. So we already know. Listen, that sound like some, like I said, ain't nobody who fucking with the Republican Party. Who? Who is fucking with the Republican Party? Because there's only two types of class of people that's fucking the Republican Party. Really three. Billionaires, got it. They sellouts too. Racist white people and buck dancers. That's it. The Republican Party is the most racist fucking party in history. And let's just be clear, it's conservative. Just because y'all switch sides, y'all love switching sides. It's not about the party anyway, it's about the ideology. Conservative ideology has always been racist. They was racist when they was Democrats. They was racist when they formed the KKK. They was racist when they left the Democratic Party because Democrats gave black people the right to vote. That's why they left. And you can see how the Republican Party moving today. All the videos we just showed you. Empowering slave catchers, stripping away voting rights. That's it. That's it. So once again, man, nobody got time for them tired ass talking points, man. And what are you, bro? I see you in here. Are you black, bro? Are you black? So if you're here to talk about Robert Byrd, nobody talking about that tired ass talking point. Robert Byrd renounced the Ku Klux Klan. You got that smoke for David Duke? David Duke supports Trump. David Duke still supports Trump today. So what are you talking about, bro? You sound slow in my comment section. You sounding pretty slow, bro. Listen, nobody catching you up. We are too far in the autocracy to try to catch up buck dancers. Hey, if you are Negroes for nooses, just say that. Or if you coconuts for the machete, just say that. Because it's pretty obvious what party represents the Klan today. It's pretty obvious. So once again, you defending fucking David Duke? You defending David Duke? It's plenty of senators in there that's racist as fuck. So what are we talking about? Who did you vote for, bro? Because I'm not going back and forth with you all night. Who did you vote for in 2024? Let's get it. Final question, bro. Final question. I'm not wasting my time talking about old ass talking points, bro. Who did you vote for in 2024? Who did you vote for in 2024? Come on, bro. You got all that smoke, man. Who did you vote for in 2024? Moderators, pack him on up. Pack him on up. Go ahead and deport him to Cuba, man. Go ahead and deport him. Yeah, mods, go ahead and deport him. That's it, man. Listen. Hey, that's it. We know he probably did. That's what I said. Go ahead and pack him up. Go ahead and pack him up. We're not wasting no time with that, man. Pack him on up. Get him up out of here, man. It's time for you to be deported. Right? It's time for you to be deported. Which is wild work anyway. Imagine supporting Trump, especially if you black or Hispanic. Imagine that craziness. Can you imagine that? Right? Can you imagine that? Coconuts for the machete. Matter of fact, speaking of them, let's talk about the Cubans real quick.
I wake up in the morning and I realize I am potentially part of the dumbest community of people humanly fucking possible. So here's some Cuban karma that makes my life worse, but yours, maybe a little bit better. My cousin, who supported Trump, is about to get deported. My other cousin, who supported Trump, has lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on his business because he imports equipment from fucking China. My friends and family who own trucking businesses, own trucks, drive trucks, either can't find drivers to drive because the illegals can no longer drive trucks, or option two, all of the fucking truck parts and the petroleum cost so fucking much that they're losing out on profit. And so because of that, on top of that, the tariffs are making imports into the port even more expensive. So the trucking contracts and the rates are fucking ass. So even if they could find a legal driver, nobody would drive for those fucking rates. And if they're out of money, they are incapable of fixing their number one way of making money. And even if they did fix it, they wouldn't be able to make enough profit to justify it. This by no means, shape, or form makes me fucking happy. This fucking sucks dick watching my entire community suffer. But I get to sit here and say, told you dumb fucks, told you dumbasses, look at you now, just as broke as me. I mean, maybe not as broke as me, I'm pretty fucking broke, but Trump is karma for Cubans. This is karma. Does it make me happy? I'll say it again, fuck no. But also, let's think about it, y'all. They've had that fucking dumbass battleship outside of Cuba, and they've increased the embargo, and Cuba's still not getting conquered or freed. You Cubans are fucking annoying because you're so fucking dumb and blind to white ignorance.
And here's the real kicker. Imagine being Cubans for dictatorship after Bill Clinton gave y'all amnesty. My very first deployment was Cuba in 1995. Very first one. Operation Sea Signal. We went over there because so many Cubans were jumping in the water trying to get away from Castro, trying to get away from, the dictatorship and all that shit. They were swimming to America in droves. We intercepted about, I think, just under 50,000. These people were jumping up and down like they won the fucking lottery when Clinton gave them amnesty. Now imagine decades later coming up in this bitch and voting for Trump. After the Democrats gave you amnesty, you voted for racist ass Republicans, and what they get you? It got your ass packed up and going back to Cuba. Oh well, it got you broke, busted, and disgusted. Oh well, man. May you enjoy everything you voted for. Hell will flash freeze over before I feel any sympathy, man, for any damn body that voted for Trump. Clearly, racism and misogyny, that's the shit that turns you on, so now you get what you get. So once again, man, we're not arguing with y'all, man. Y'all can sit here and talk about some fascist points, man. The economy's in the toilet because of Trump. Like everything else he touched, it goes to shit. That's what happens. This is what they do. Hey, guys, if I get hit up here, guys, I'm going to jump to my U.S. Army Overlord 6.0 account because, these Zionists stay on my ass on TikTok for something, one thing or another. They want to control every facet of America. They let fucking billionaires run wild, thinking that a billionaire was going to make your life better. It's never happened. Billionaires care about one fucking thing, profits. They don't give a fuck about the working class. They don't even see you as equals. So, oh well, man. They shutting down entire plants. I'm watching videos, man, cars driving off, entire plants shutting down. Okay. This is what you voted for. This is what you voted for. You voted for them to destroy the economy. Trump destroyed even if you didn't have no fucking clue what Trump did before. You had one whole term of his presidency to see what he did then. So if you never knew that he was a fucking racist, you just a fool at this point. But even if you didn't know all that, he gave you 4 years of his fucked up policies. He fucked up COVID, million people lost their lives. The economy was bleeding 2.9 million jobs. All of that record growth that we had on Obama, Trump ruined it because Republicans ruined it. And Trump is the worst of them. He's a straight con man. And now he's an actual billionaire thanks to our damn our taxpayer dollars. That's why we're dealing with this. And can you believe his raggedy ass tried to go rush the fucking stage up here with Spain? You believe this bum tried to go up here and rush his damn stage? America lost the World Cup. What the fuck are you doing up there?
Spain made sure to post images of their celebration of the World Cup without Donald Trump. Every single image posted by the Spanish national football team removed or excluded Donald Trump from the stage. Here's the main one that was posted after the Spanish team picked up the trophy, beat Argentina. Now, if you recall, Donald Trump desperately tried to be in this frame. You don't have to believe me, you can just watch him do it himself. Here's a video of Trump desperately trying to remain on stage while the Spanish players were celebrating. Gianni Infantino runs over, tries to pull Trump off stage, and Trump refuses to do so, to literally try to be there the moment that they lifted the World Cup trophy and the fireworks go off. Despite Infantino's best efforts, Trump was there. Then when you look at the final picture with the crowd going wild, them lifting the World Cup trophy and the fireworks.
Hold on. Somebody like, y'all need to worry about something else. Listen, hell will flash freeze over before I worry about a demon honking out my comment section telling me what we're going to do. We're going to do exactly what we're going to do. We're going to deal with the threat. Period. That's it, and that's all.
Going off, Trump is nowhere to be found. So if you want to know how the Spanish team thinks of the American president, that's where we're at. As always, spread the word, follow along for all the news you need to know about. This video is going viral across the internet. As you can see, FIFA's president urgently tried to take Donald Trump off the stage away from the Spanish team about to celebrate.
Moron, man.
He won't go. Gianni Infantino tries to pull Trump off stage. Trump refuses to go and awkwardly just stands there. You're going to see it again right now. Trump tries to celebrate with some Spanish players, moves off right to the side. Infantino runs in, tries to pull Trump off, says, come on over. Trump refuses to do so. Infantino realizes the fireworks are about to go off and just awkwardly pulls away and watches as Trump stands next to the Spanish fans. This was definitely not how the celebration was supposed to go. It seems as though the president wanted to be in the shot with the Spanish fans, and Infantino just was not having it until he knew he was on television worldwide and had.
Here's the thing. Why the fuck would America be there? Spain won. If the Spanish president want to be out there, then the Spanish president should be there. But America has no right to go sticking their damn that blob up in there. But that is Trump. He is openly fucking corrupt, right? He corrupts everything he touches. That's why FIFA was bending over backwards for him.
Had to kind of just stand there awkwardly. Look at this. He's running. He's saying, Mr. President, come on off. Come on off. It's not working. Follow along for all the news you need to know about.
What a fucking loser, man. Remember, we could have had, you see how they cheered Mexico's president when she came in New York? They openly cheered for that woman because she is the truth. We could have had that with Kamala Harris, but no. Right? Y'all motherfuckers wanted this damn demon. Instead, we could have had the best fucking president up in here, but because of America's fucking racist and misogynist, we got this demon.
Hillary Clinton broke the law and she didn't get indicted. Joe Biden broke the law and she didn't get indicted. I did everything right and they indicted me. I did everything right and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. I did everything right and they indicted me. I did everything right and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. I did everything right and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. Hillary Clinton broke the law and she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. Joe Biden broke the law and she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. And she didn't get indicted. I did everything right and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. I did everything right and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. Hillary Clinton broke the law and she didn't get indicted. Joe Biden broke the law and she didn't get indicted. I did everything right and they indicted me. They indicted me. They indicted me. I did everything right and they indicted me.
Oh shit. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck that guy. Right? Fuck that guy. Imagine putting that loser back up in there. Not only did they indict him, they convicted his ass, right? His ass got convicted. They put a fucking convicted felon back up in there. That lets you know they don't give a flying fuck about the rule of law. Yeah, you know how to get on their ass for that one, man. Yeah, the worst, man. This dude. Yeah, you know, hey, listen. Well, every time my wife get me some masks, she get them better and better. This is the best one yet because this will actually have blocks so you don't sweat into the mask. But yeah, she got the old big bobblehead one, man. The big ass bobblehead one. Love that shit, man. I'm probably gonna take one out here with my fuck Trump flag. I'm gonna rock this shit in the field too. Have them really in their feelings. Imagine having a tattoo of this fucking loser on your upper thigh meat. You know you in the fucking cold. If you got this man in your upper thigh meat, you are not a fucking alpha male, right? I'm an alpha male. Hear me roar. Meow. Meow. Shit crazy, bro. Crazy as hell, man. That fucking demon. Oh, man. Just stole everything. They said, fuck it, we're going to let him do all kind of crime. Right? Yeah, they got him in the lower back. Listen, I might have to drop a whole ass video again. I had a whole series on that shit about all the Trump tattoos. They got him in the dude's got the tramp stamp. Imagine a dude with a tramp stamp. Listen, that's why I tell you, they never beaten the allegations. Every MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession. They stay getting dick down. Well, hold on. Speaking of loving a dick, hey, for y'all who don't know, Lindsey Graham, it's been confirmed, right? It's been confirmed about Lady G.
Does this look okay? Mm-hmm. Is it clocked? So, ladybugs. People want to sit there and say, oh, Lindsay was gay, Lindsay was gay. No, Lindsay liked dick.
I think this is the first exclusive sit down that anyone's given about Lindsey Graham.
I think so.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're coming on the air with breaking news.
Republican Senator Lindsey Graham
from the state of South Carolina has died at the age of 71.
Death nulls an NDA, right? Did you sign an NDA?
I did not sign an NDA. I said hello, and the only thing this person said was, if you move forward with your story, watch your back.
Oh my God.
I'm like, are they going to shoot the plane down? Like, what the hell?
So they were clearly trying to silence people that are wanting to speak out about it.
People want to sit there and say, oh, Lindsay was gay, Lindsay was gay. No, Lindsay liked dick. She was a bottom. Sorry for being so vulgar. She was a hungry fiend.
So, the ladybugs of it all.
Just woke up. Senator Lindsey Graham is dead. Some of you may know this and some of you may not, but for a very long time I was a fierce sex worker. Kind of still am, but Senator Lindsey Graham was one of my clients. You know, this transphobic, homophobic man can rot in hell. When I first met Lindsey Graham, I had no idea who he was. I just thought he was some horny old man. And there is a bit of lore behind me knowing him for sure. Like, I was definitely threatened with my life, and I also was on the verge of selling this story to every major news network on the globe practically, with a team of other people who also saw him. But it went to shit because all of us were threatened. So if you want more story and more tea, sound off in the comments.
And listen, she got the receipts. Hey, I went ahead and got them up now. I'm going to show you the receipts right now. She got the actual receipts. We're going to go over them. So everybody know, but listen, we've been knowing though. Sambo, Scott, Lady G. There's a reason why Grindr crashed during the RNC. because they are closeted homosexuals. They talk all this trash. They so fucking transphobic and homophobic, but they're the main ones out here getting dick down. Get the dick dastardly. Here's a receipt.
First on the list. Walk down.
Now, you can see right here, right? She posted all this shit. She got the exact thing. I guess there's a Eros escort site. This is where this stuff's coming from. She got the exact date, right? Damn, right here it says June 7th, 2015. So she got the receipts, man. He paid her $400 to get the Dr. Longstroke put on them. Everything, right? Everything. She got the timeline down here. She got links in there. Look, also, she got the time and the date. They met at the Hilton in DuPont Circle because she is, like I said, she worked. She was a sex worker out there in DC. She's still in DC. So she piped him down. He paid her to get piped down. Straight up. And then she asked him, was this his first time with a trans girl? He said no. Right? He said no. He used to it. Right? He was used to getting the dick dastardly. And listen, she got everything, man. She said he had skin tags or skin tags all over his thighs and butt, and he was circumcised. Oh shit! I didn't even read that part. Holy shit! Well, she know. She know. So clearly, she saw what he was working with. Well, I told you, immaculate receipts. Immaculate receipts. So if she can describe him being cut or not, and talking about the tags all over his butt and stuff, that means she's seen this dude in the birthday suit. I told you, she got immaculate fucking receipts. And we look at them right here. I may drop a video so everybody can see, because these are the receipts. I'm like, I believe her anyway. I didn't even need the receipts, but it's indisputable now. And notice the press ain't saying shit. Right? The press ain't saying shit about this, as salacious as this shit is. She got the receipts, yo. Got the receipts. But wait, there's more.
Walk down. Lindsay flatline, hear it now. You call for fire on every town. First on the list.
All right, that's the ad. She posts that ad of herself right there. The real Addison James. Right? So she got it right there. That's it. Like I said, I've never even seen this site before. But hey, she got the receipt. You see her? You see her price right there? It says, hey, I guess there's a window that's open. So she was working from the 4th till the 6th. So, hey, she got everything detailed, baby. She got this shit down to Nat's ass detail. And the press is dead silent. Why? Because the press is controlled by the corporate billionaire class. This shit is salacious as hell. If it been somebody black, they'd be making a whole fucking movie about this. Look how they did Diddy. They made a whole fucking documentary about Diddy. Boy, are they making the one about Trump? Are they making one about Matt Venmo Gates and all the minors he ran through? No. Hypocrisy at its fucking finest, man.
Walk down, no Senate shield, no donor crown. All your words come circling around. First on the list, walk down. Yeah, you said give Israel every bomb they need.
All right. Hey, here's the first pages of the text messages. Yes, look how they did Bill Cosby, right? They shut his whole shit down. He says, hello, Addison. Are you available, Toady? I guess he meant today, but it was a typo. He was interested in an appointment this afternoon. She says, yes, of course. I'll be in DuPont Circle closer to noon. I'm flying in from Atlanta, and I'll land at 10 a.m. Do you have a specific time in mind? Lady G came back with, when is the soonest you'll be available? She said, will 1:30 to 2 work with you? just so I could check and freshen up. He's like, that works. And then he put donation. Oh, yeah, she got the text messages. I'm telling you, man, she got all the receipts. I told y'all, man. Listen, I told y'all. She got the fucking receipts, bro. She got the receipts. He says donation. She says, I request $400 minimum for my time. And does that work with you? Hey, Lady G says it does. Are you a top or a bottom? Now, if you want to know in that lingo, right? Top is the one giving and the bottom is the receiving. Then, hey, he didn't even wait for a response. He said, I am a bottom, right? He let her know that he is a power bottom for Trump, right? That means he liked the dick dastardly. He liked getting stroked down, but he a homophobe, right? He a homophobe and he a transphobe, but he here paying to get dick down. He paid her $400, man, to get the Dr. Lung stroke. I told you the girl got the receipts. We're going through the receipts. So she says, I'm 100% versatile. That means, hey, she could switch up. She a switch hitter, right? She said, but please refrain from speaking explicitly over the phone until we get acquainted. For obvious reasons. They don't want you to get caught up. Hey, we talking about Lady G. So Lady G paid a she-male escort to give him the dick dastardly here in DC. And I told you she got the timestamps. She got everything. I believe her anyway when I saw her first video. But she dropped that shit. I told you to go come out the woodwork. We've been saying it. Now they call them Ladybug. I'm telling you, this how it's been going down, folks. I told you we're going to be all the damn details. Listen, she said the man was circumcised. That means she knows. She's seen it. She described how he had freckles all over his butt and thighs and shit. So she's seen the dude. Now, she did something. She wanted to be verified. So she asked him, do you think you could be able to send me a picture or a photograph of yourself? I can send one back. So obviously for her safety, she's sending the photo. She want to make sure that she getting the right person that's, she want to see what she's working with. But he said, no, I'm very discreet. Obviously, he can't be sending no pics because he's a fucking senator, right? He's a senator. Remember, this boy's a senator at this time. He was a senator for the last 20 years. But he says, I am legit. I can give you a reference if you like. So, listen, he been doing so much dirt that he got references, yo. He got references of other people he been getting dick down by. What? So he already well versed in this. He been doing this a long time. He been, well, I don't know. Whoever else, listen, we're gonna find out though. Hey, we're gonna find out who the reference is because I'm telling you, there was at least 3 different trans women coming out already. Man, stay back. I'm gonna get all that tea. I'm gonna get air. Hey, we're gonna get all that tea. We're gonna do what CNN and Fox News, they're not gonna do this shit. So since they're not gonna get into the nitty-gritty, we gonna get into the nitty-gritty. All right, let's go to the next one.
Make the whole thing bleed. Strike the refineries, hit the site. Overwhelming force laying night from the Senate floor. You fed that flame, new map, new target. Same old game, you called it strength as the bombers pass. Now every word comes back at last. No more Senate floor, no camera light, no staff there to spend the night. Guards that kept count and kept names. Every ruined home remembers the flames. Now you stand before judgment with nowhere to hide. Men have children.
All right, so after he said, I can give you references, she said, that's not necessary. I don't like dealing with other advertisers. Thank you, though. So she dropped the actual place, right, where they're going to link up. Washington Hilton. She dropped the address and everything. So the Hilton out in Washington, she dropped everything. She said, this is where I'm staying. And guess what? He said, that's very close to where I'm at. So she was like, perfect. So I suspect you're around 2. Can you at least describe what you look like? Hey, hold on, man. Hey, let me take my glasses off of this shit because Lady G is about to describe how he looks to her. He says, older white male, salt and pepper hair, stocky build. Hey, he probably should have said thick, right? More cushion for the pushing. That's what he should have told her ass. He should have told her, hey, I'm thick, baby. I'm thick. Because stocky build, Is that what they call it now? Lady G trying to say he got a stocky build? No, man, that's it. Hey, more cushion for the pushing is what he should have put. And so she came back and said, hey, no problem with me. Okay, give me a call around 1:45-ish, and you let me know when you're going to be here. When you arrive, call me, and I'll give you the details. He said, sounds good to me. See you soon, beautiful. She got all the fucking receipts, baby. All the receipts. I told you, man, listen, ain't nobody gonna fuck with this girl. She got all the receipts. She got them dead to rights.
Soul standing side by side. You wish for destruction, you wish for the end. Now they're the ones watching as your soul descends. Walk down. Lindsay flatline, hear it now. You called for fire on every town. First on the list, walk down.
Now this is her posting her other stuff because she wanted to sell the story, but they shut all that shit down, right? So this is right here is the stuff she wanted, the text message she wanted to sell the story for about 50 G's. But they threatened her and they threatened everybody on the project, so they all kind of fell apart. So, hey, listen, she can go get her money, man. I ain't mad at her. Go get mad. Write a book, man. Write a book. Do a fucking Netflix. Get that shit on Netflix, man.
Walk down, no Senate shield, no donor crown. All your words come circling around. First on the list, walk down.
Immaculate, baby. Hey, immaculate receipts. Well. Oh, pipe me down, Peterson. So we're talking about Lindsey Graham. I just got you talking about Lindsey Graham and the escort he paid for in D.C. to get piped down, right? So now that he's gone, he got recalled to hell. The escorts are coming out. But listen, she got all the receipts. She got everything. Text messages, back and forth. She described him. She said that he's uncut, by the way. And he got freckles all in his lower area down there. Well, that's what she identifies as, right? So, I'm not going to, hey, listen, I'm gonna be fair to the queer community. She identifies as she. But she clearly got a pipe on her because he was a bottom, right? He was a bottom. And he said that, his own admission. So, yeah, she said he got skin tags all over him, man. Yeah. Skin tags on his ass and skin tags on his legs. So, but listen, he paid, so he a paying customer. He got served. But you could tell that it's not his first rodeo. He had references. He told her, right? He knew the language. He knew the lingo, right? He asked her, are you a top or bottom? I'm a bottom. She responded with, she's versatile, right? She could switch it. So he used to getting piped down. Once again, you got a queer man in one of the most powerful positions in the country. But he's a raging fucking homophobe. He's a raging transphobe. He did all this shit against the queer community. Right? Yeah, hey, listen, she was waiting on this. Hey, her receipts are immaculate. So that's why I tell you, listen, man, why the fuck ain't the media talking about this? I'm going to drop a whole ass thing on it because they're probably going to suppress the fuck out of me. I'm going to drop it on a lower account. That way, if I get lit up, I ain't got to lose one of my bigger accounts. But I'm going to drop that shit because obviously, listen, why ain't the mainstream talking about this shit? It is salacious as hell. If you got smoke for R. Kelly, if you got smoke for damn Diddy, if you got smoke for fucking Bill Cosby, you got a U.S. senator that is a completely closeted homosexual male, but he a raging homophobe. The fucking hypocrisy is breathtaking. What a fucking hypocrite. And there's nothing wrong with being queer. But you also demonizing sex workers. You also want that shit to be underground. But you still doing dirt. This is why the Republican Party is trash, man. They are closeted, guys. They are closeted. They talk all this shit about the queer community. But they are closeted about the shit. No, I've been seeing it. Hey, tag me. Hey, tag me. If Hunter Biden talking about it, man, tag me in that shit. Yeah, tag me on it. Hey, if y'all see anybody else come out, because I'm pretty sure, listen, there's going to be a lot more people coming out. This is clearly my man was a professional. So she is one of many that's going to come out. And I believe him off the rip. We've been knowing. I drove in DC for 2 years. I didn't see I could write a book about the shit I seen. Okay? I drove for survival in that bitch for damn near 3 years. 2017 to 2020, I drove. Matter of fact, I stopped driving once the first case of COVID hit in Dulles Airport, I got out the game for good. But shit, I had to do that shit full fucking time, man, for damn near 3 years. So the streets been talking. Anybody that's in DC nightlife know how that shit get down. Listen, man, I can't listen, her receipts are immaculate. Say what you want, but those receipts, shit. It's wild, man. And once again, it's the fucking hypocrisy for me. It's the hypocrisy, guys. It is the motherfucking hypocrisy. The Republican Party talks about law and order while they got so much dirt happening out here, while they got so many corrupt people. Look at that last murderer who did all that horrible shit to his wife. All that dirt he did. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me make sure I pull that damn video back up. Because it's really a damn shame, man. Let me get this guy out here. But they are so damn corrupt, man. Like I said, ICE is doing the worst. They're hiring straight demons. We've been knowing, guys. We've been knowing. Now, of course, I got all the details on this case. We got the video or the call. We got the interview with his other wife. But she actually breaks this down pretty good. So I'm going to let you guys hear this. And then we're going to talk about it.
Meet David Brulette, an Army vet who threw boiling hot water on his wife while she held their child, beat his teenage daughter, threatened to slit women's throats, and was initially rejected by military recruiters due to his severe mental health history. He's the ICE agent who murdered Johann Sebastian Duran Guerrero and then cuffed his lifeless body. Let's get into it. So ICE lists initially identified David, but an exclusive report from the AP dives into how sick and twisted this killer is. David's own family says he should have never been given a badge and a gun. His ex-wife Ashley told the AP that he once threw boiling hot water at her while she held their child, a detail that was confirmed by her mama. His second ex-wife filed multiple protection orders alleging he stalked and harassed her and physically abused his daughter, once tackling the teenager and smashing spaghetti in her hair. In a voicemail from late 2025, David told his ex-wife that she and the women in her bloodline should have their throats cut on a recording that was shared with the AP. David's history of mental illness is extensive. According to AP interviews with a close relative, he was diagnosed with severe bipolar disorder and ADHD as a child, attempted suicide twice at age 12, and was hospitalized multiple times. He was initially rejected by military recruiters because of his diagnoses, but recruiters encouraged him to go off his medications for a year and reapply, which he did. He served in the main Army National Guard and later the regular Army, deploying to Afghanistan from May 2012 to February 2013. His relative believes Afghanistan destroyed him and trained him to be a killing monster, a machine. Despite all this, David was hired by ICE in late 2025, and his ex-wife didn't even believe him at first, thinking that he was just having another mental health.
Hey, Bosca, I tell you why they do it, because during the war, when the war is on, they let felonies go. I went to school for being a recruiter, man. And guess what? I would have been great at it. But you know why they disqualified me? Because some recruiters checked out and they came back from the combat zone. They said, well, hey, because some recruiters off themselves, we can't let you do the job. After I went through all the fucking training and did everything, passed the course. The first time I went, I passed the first week. They sent me back because they said that I had come back a month later because that put me outside my deployment window. So I came back a month later, tried to do this shit again, passed everything. I got a recruiting badge, just a basic recruiting badge, but they would not let me do it because they said there was the recruiters have too much stress, man. They want people checking out. But they waived stuff during the war. That's why they let that guy there. With all the issues he had, he should have been nowhere near a damn gun. He should be nowhere near power. But the country does not care. In fact, this is the type of guy they want. They want a guy like this because they want them to inflict as much pain on the Hispanic community as possible. And they also want these soldiers to fight against us. That's why you need to be ready.
Episode when he told her he had been hired. After the shooting, he called his ex-wife and daughter, telling him it was a justified shooting and that the man that he just murdered was trying to run him over. He asked his ex-wife not to talk about the abuse, saying the most important thing is his character right now. He is now in protective custody. At least 10 people have died in encounters with immigration agents since Trump launched his mass deportation operations after he retook office. And people like David are being hired by ICE en masse. If he asked his own ex-wife that he abused to lie for him, imagine the lengths he will go to cover up and justify his actions. This is Monique with the Black Belt Daily, signing out.
All child support. Yeah, we did. We did. All your money is my money.
Hey, this is the actual recording, guys.
Come back and fight me, you little fat cunt. Come back, you disgusting fat cunt. And all of you should have your fucking throat cut. Yeah, you should. Am I threatening that I'm going to do that? Nope. Nope. But do I think that you should have your fucking throat cuts? Or should have had them cut? Yep.
David back in November brought up that
that's him, right? How the fuck did he become an ICE agent? I'll tell you why. Because they're not doing background checks. A white female reporter got in with ICE. She went through the little background. She went through a little background investigation. They didn't do shit. She thought she would be exposed because she is left-leaning. She made through the whole process. They hired her and everything and told her, come out here and you got to go work in the field and shit as an agent. So just so you know how corrupt ICE is right now. It has nothing to do with law and order. It is all about upholding white supremacy. They need an army. They're funding these guys bigger and more than the Marine Corps. You only do that if you want your own private army to stay in power. Now, let's hear from one of his ex-wives.
he had accepted a job with ICE. I thought that it was just a delusional thing because I'm used to him talking crazy, so to speak. So I said, yeah, sure you are, buddy. You know, I didn't realize that he was actually working for ICE until yesterday, and I was completely shocked because I'm like, how do you keep getting into these jobs where you're around guns all the time? I asked him what was going on. He told me that I don't need to be answering questions for anybody, that all I needed to know was that it was a justified shooting and that he did do it. And he claimed that this man had tried to run him over. And I said, I don't see that in anything, and I've watched it from all angles. All I seen is how the car was going in circle after the fact. And then he's like, well, I need you to lie about my character because this is how, like, this is what it comes down to, is like my character. I don't want you talking about any of the abuse in our relationship. Like, this is literally about me, actually. I told him that I was not going to lie for him, that I've waited years to speak my truth. I've been silenced long enough, and now I need to come out with everything because a man lost his life. So it was abuse, not only to me, but to our daughter. And even being divorced from him, I've dealt with harassing phone calls, threats of him wanting to kill me. I believe that this man was murdered. I believe that David's mental health played a part in what happened. I think what happened was he was standing there during that operation, had a PTSD moment and hit fight or flight mode. And unfortunately, a man lost his life due to it.
Well, I tell you better than that. Remember, the vice president said they have unlimited, absolute immunity. That's what they said ICE have. Absolute immunity. So you can go out here and blow people away. The only thing that's gonna stop you is when people match and see your energy. That's what I'm telling you, man. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me or my family. These people are not federal agents. They are criminals from J6. They are white supremacists, people who could not pass no background checks. But once again, this man is also a criminal. He is a criminal. He is convicted of 34 felonies. Lord knows that bitch convicted. He is guilty of hundreds of felonies. Hundreds of felonies he did. It rots, right? This shit is rotten from the top. The commander-in-chief is a criminal. So the entire executive branch is now corrupted. That is why they're doing all the dirt they're doing. The little dude out there, matter of fact, hold on. I got that damn video with him. Let me see if I got that shit too. With hold on. I must have missed one. Oh yeah. Let's talk about fucking Stephen Miller, bitch ass. I call him Stevie, Pee Wee German. Right? This is all part of his deal, what he doing.
Here's something you don't know about Stephen Miller, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Last September, my neighbors and I organized a protest outside of his house in Arlington, Virginia. We got a bunch of chalk and spent a fun afternoon writing things like, immigrants are people, and violence is not the answer. That same day, his wife Katie went on X and said we were terrorizing their family. Not even a month later, the Millers fled the neighborhood, putting their house on the market for $3.75 million, and later found refuge on a nearby military base where they've been living rent-free, getting gas tax-free.
We also marched on that shit too. I was there. We marched. Hundreds of people marched. Shit, thousands of people marched on the military base where we hiding at too. Imagine going out here and getting all this tax-free shit. You're not even in the military. Imagine your civilian ass on a military base. This is how fucking corrupt they are. He has no business being on a military installation.
And buying discounted groceries at the commissary. But here's where it really gets wild. Stephen and Katie had the Virginia police and the FBI investigate a fellow protester who passed out flyers about Stephen a few days before. My 66-year-old neighbor, Barbara. She's a retired peace studies professor, and according to Stephen Miller, Barbara's also the face of left-wing violence and domestic terrorism. The Arlington prosecutor took one look at the evidence and dropped it. She refused to criminalize a peaceful protest. You know who didn't like that? My old neighbor, Stephen Miller. He called in a favor from his buddy, Representative Jim Jordan, who dragged the prosecutor into a secret deposition, demanded the prosecutor admit that Barbara broke the law by exercising her free speech, and that the flyers and chalk messages were threats against the Millers. The prosecutor told Jim Jordan to go take a hike. The moral of the story is that Stephen Miller's a terrible, terrible neighbor, and he's on a mission to take away all of our First Amendment rights, starting with Barbara. But she's exactly who America needs right now. So get some chalk this weekend, write what you believe, and follow Friends of USA, because we're just getting started. Here's some.
Yeah, well, we know that guy's a demon. And so he wants to, that's why Rubio out there talking all that shit. They talking all this shit, how they go round up people on the left. No one gives a fuck, guy. No one gives a fuck. The moment you ignore the Constitution, we're ignoring your power. That's how it works. If you ignore the Constitution, your power is being ignored. Right? Your power is also being ignored if you're ignoring the Constitution. That's it, and that's all. Contingency plans, you need to be ready, guys. You need to be ready. No matter what, we know that they're going to try to steal this election. They're working overtime right now to steal the midterms. He still denies he lost in 2020. We know they're going to use ICE. We know they want to use the military. We know they want to intimidate people. But if you believe, like I do, this is the very last call for democracy, you've got to get the fuck out there in numbers. Millions and millions. Find these motherfuckers didn't vote. Maybe this timeline will wake them up and get their ass out there. Because this is it. This is the very last chance to get it right. So this is where we are, and this is what has to be done. Yeah, so I got 3 different YouTube accounts, guys. You're probably not gonna see me on my other one right now because I got some strikes against me. So I'm not going back on my main YouTube account until after October 5th. So maybe like the week of October 6th, something like that, I might get back over there. Right now, I am on Armed Black Liberation. So, guys, if you guys don't know, I have multiple accounts. Here on TikTok, I got about 9 accounts because I've been banned. I've been permanently banned 31 times. Holy shit. I didn't put my shirts up. Let me go ahead and put this shit out here. I got so much in it, doesn't even start talking about my damn shirts and gear and shit. So I don't make money on my videos like normal people. Whether my videos do 3 views or 3 million views, I make $0. If you want to support me, fund me directly. Venmo's up in there, Cash App, GoFundMe, and we got these great ass shirts. I'm gonna get with Nina here. Hopefully this week I can sit down and we can expand our lineup. But we're getting a lot of great shirts out here. This is one of them. The Union Gang shirt right there started it off. Right, the one with our Union Gang symbol, that symbol, the shirt with just that symbol, that is our most popular shirt. We also got BLM spelled out, Black Liberation Movement. And yes, white people wear these shirts too. Our white allies do wear these shirts. I have all these shirts because, you know, this is my design. I thought about it, and Nina made that shit come to life, right? So it's a perfect duo. I got a powerful black woman who really makes it get this shit done, and I'm here for it. Yeah, Cash App, money sign, U.S. Army Overlord. Venmo is at U.S. Army Overlord. GoFundMe, link is in the bio. We also have 2 shirts about Luigi, the Adjuster. This one's called The Adjuster. It has him basically like with 2 books there that says deny, defend, oppose for obvious reasons. This is my soldier to activist shirt. Basically just showing pictures of me being deployed, making that transition from soldier to, you know, Black liberation activist now. So, and don't worry about it, man. That's because you are caught up on you. Listen, first of all, even on this stream, there's 17 people on 2 different things, but I actually got far more people than that. There's hundreds in the chat, dude. You just not in that on that one. I'm live streaming to 4 different platforms. I know you don't understand that shit. Right? So don't worry about my numbers, bro. Right? Don't worry about my numbers. Get your life up. Even after being banned 31 times, you still can't see me, demons. You can't see me. I can drop viral videos once a week if I needed to. Because I know how to get that shit out there. I got plenty of fucking viral videos. Because that's my life. That's that shit you thought you wanted to do. I did that shit for real. Right? All that shit y'all talked about, but you could not do it. You could not walk that path for real. Right? Hold on. So this is over there crying and shit. They over there honking out on my damn YouTube stream. I'll give you something to cry for. Hey, since y'all want to be whiny ass bitches, I'll give you something to cry for. Run it, baby. See that shit right there? All got
first on the list.
Get it.
Walk down.
See that shit.
Walk down. Lindsay flatline, hear it now. You call for fire on every town. First on the list. Walk down. No Senate shield, no donor crown. All your words come circling around. First on the list. Walk down. Yeah. You said give Israel every bomb they need. Level the place, make the whole thing bleed. Strike the refineries, hit the sites. Overwhelming force day and night from the Senate floor. You fed that flame, new map, new target. Same old game, you called it strength as the bombers pass. Now every word comes back at last. On the Senate floor, no camera light. No staff are there to spend the night. Guards that kept count and kept names. Every ruined home remembers the flames. Now you stand before judging with nowhere to hide. Man, have children so standing side by side. You wish for destruction, you wish for the...
Y'all guys, look. So I'm what's called dual streaming. So you can watch it in this format or you can watch it in the landscape format. You gotta go, if you want to see everything, you gotta go to landscape, bro. Right? But for some reason, the Trumpers, y'all must be loving doing this shit on your phones because you always come in. This is why I put the link out there under the portrait mode, because y'all come in on portrait mode. All my negative comments come from the portrait mode. I guess you know they do landscape, right? The normal side normally supposed to look. So if you go to my profile, you will see that I'm dual streaming. I bet you didn't know you can do that on YouTube, huh?
And they're the ones watching as your soul descends.
Now you learn something. Now watch the middle. Hey, the website is called
fire on every town.
You'll know it's me because you'll see me up in the window like Malcolm X holding that heat.
First on the list,
Armed the Black Liberation.
War down, no Senate shield, no donor crown. All your words come circling round. First on the list, war down.
I tried fan base 2 different times, man. Never made a penny on it, so I just quit doing it. Listen, I've been everywhere. I've been on damn Clapper. That's a right-wing cesspool. No traction. I tried some other app, man. I was out there for like a month and a half. Nothing happened. I got off of it. So fan base is a great idea, right? Black owned. I love that. But unfortunately, nobody fuck with me, right? I hung out for months. Matter of fact, I even imported all my shit from Instagram. When you first went to fan base, they let you move your entire library over. Now, I had about 3,000 videos. So I think only maybe half of them, maybe 1,500 actually transferred, but nothing. So I tried many times on fan base. I like the guy, you know. Overall, I think it's a great idea, but unfortunately, I just don't have anything. So it is what it is. Yep, that's it. On the Black Liberation. Well, that's it. That's the title. If you want more information, go download Signal. Click on our link and join Operation Black Skies. We talk about all of that. So on the Black Liberation is what we're talking about, getting ready for what's coming. Contingency plans. It is my belief that every black person in America should be black, armed, and dangerous. Right? You should have 3 types of weapon systems. You should know them weapon systems intimately. And you need to be prepared. Because the only thing that's going to stop Black Wall Street and Rosewood and Oscarville is belt-fed freedom. Period. Match and exceed these demons' energy, and they won't do that shit to you. I am more heavily armed now than even I was in Afghanistan or Iraq, because we have to be. The United States of America has declared war on black people. They declared war on brown people. They declared war on the queer community. They declared war on the truth. That's why they own all the media. They own the social media. All this shit is owned by the billionaires. Right-wing billionaires own all this shit. TikTok was one of the few things that we didn't have, and the Biden administration fucked up and let them have that shit. The Supreme Court upheld the bullshit ruling. They upheld that whack-ass ban. Unanimously upheld the ban because America is racist against China. Period. China, TikTok was the best algorithm ever on the phone, ever. Whatever you was into, it amplified and gave you more of it, better than any other damn algorithm on earth. And what they do, they was jealous of that shit, and foolish ass Democrats let the Republicans roll them on this shit. So now they got to deal with this. And this is what's been happening in the country. Yeah, we've been seeing, listen, I sided at the fuck out of Abigail because she voted for the TikTok ban. She also voted for the Restrict Act, which is even worse. Because the Restrict Act by Mark Warner here in Virginia, they wanted to monitor your phone. The federal government monitoring your phone. Can you imagine that shit? The federal government actively monitoring your phone and telling you what you can do on your own phone? Miss me with that shit. Who the fuck would even sign something like that? The Restrict Act. Go look it up and go look at the people who supported it. I did not mess with her competitor because she was a buck dancer. And hell will fly streets over. Even though she was black running for governor, ain't nobody messing with win some, lose some Sears because she was a buck dancer. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, you see me on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for years, man. But once again, I got clapped. Right, it was on my ass, man. After that Charlie Kirk thing, you know, I dropped some videos about Charlie Kirk. They was really hot after he got his untimely demise. After he lost the gun debate by a long shot. Some content creators went after me because I was, you know, laughing that shit up, rightfully so. Because why would I care about a racist got smoked by another racist? I call that's a good thing. That's a wonderful thing. It is what it is. But this is why I get heated up. And it don't matter. Listen, I get videos banned. Just me standing in uniform with that fuck Trump flag, enough to get me banned. Not even saying nothing with the music playing. They'll pull the video down somewhere. So it comes to territory. I just don't care. That's why I deal with the people directly. If you like my content, break me off. I appreciate you. But I've been banned 31 times. I'll probably gonna be banned 31 more before it's over with. Even my main account after I lost my main account, my second account that's heating up, that was getting chewed to pieces. So I'm gonna let that be for about 6 months and just work on my other 4 accounts and work on it, building them up. But I always have to rotate, guys. This is why you have to follow me on multiple accounts, because if an account gets too hot, I jump to another one. Man. So yeah, don't worry, guys. This stuff fluctuates back and forth, but I jump off my main account right now. I gotta let that stay cool. We'll jump back to it sometime after October, after my strike goes away. But I've learned enough now. Hey, it's like baseball. If you get 3 strikes, you ban forever. So you just gotta, once they start giving your account strikes, you gotta let it be on YouTube. But I will never make money on YouTube. I will never be able to monetize that shit because too many demons be in their feelings. They don't want to deal with the truth. America loves the lies. That's why this man came to power. He lies better than anyone in the government. He lied 30,000 times his first time. That's what he does. That's who he is. That's who he always will be. So yeah, it's a hot mess. But yeah, they want to gaslight you and give our riches and our future over to billionaires, unqualified billionaires. So it's not my truth. I just speak the truth. Anything I'm telling you, you can go back and look it up. Everything I told you. Matter of fact, listen, the 30,000 lies, they had a whole ass board in New York. They had a whole monument built to his lies. Now that he controls the media, they don't even count anymore. Remember they used to fact check? They stopped all that. Right? They stopped all that. They don't even, CNN don't even fact check anymore. Now they got liars on CNN who just sit back and repeat his lies and they act like it's a debate. I'm not debating no Nazis. And that's why that Unfuck America tour, they build that dumb shit. I know they got caught up that last shit with trying to platform Jake Lang, but if you remember, even years back, they tried to fucking kiss old boy last, the elder millennial. He's another perpetual liar, a pathological liar. If you cool with the elder millennial, if you cool with Jake Lang, then you are a white supremacist. Period. I'm not listening to that shit. Why are you listening to people who lie all day and be out here pulling that bullshit? Or that's like giving time to Charlie Kirk. Remember, a lot of these white people are never going to beat the allegations. White women betrayed us in 2024. Over 60% of them voted for Trump. The same ones out here trying to tell you they're leftists, the same one that talk all this both sides shit, they're fucking right wing. There is no real middle in this country anymore. At this point, you either polarize to the left or you polarize to the right. There is no middle. The middle has already been pulled so far right, it doesn't matter anymore. Anybody who normalizes Nazi shit, then you're a sympathizer. How the hell can you normalize what ICE is doing? How can you have a conversation about that? So we've been knowing. I watch people and I judge them by their fruit. Period. Well, this is true. That is who they are. That is a deeper point. It's who they are. And it's who they always been. White women never voted for the Democratic Party overwhelmingly. I think the only time that I think more white women voted for Hillary. That was the one time white women voted more for Hillary, but unfortunately white men voted for Trump. And Hillary won the popular vote. If you remember, she won the popular vote. But because America goes by the Electoral College, and that's happened twice. That shit only helps the fucking enslavers. The Electoral College has to be abolished. It should be strictly the will of the American people. But that's why we're here now, guys, because they're going to push the racism, they're going to push the misogyny. This is why we're doing this shit. I got group chats, guys. Listen, so if you want to talk to me, there's a lot. I got over 1,000 people in my Discord. I got about 3,000 in my Signal chat. I got more rooms than Jesus got mansions, right? I can't keep up with all that shit anymore. I found out you only can have 1,000 people per room in Signal. So I had to make like multiple landing pads to get people in. But we got rooms. Our goal is to build self-defense teams. That's one of my side things I'm doing. To build, autonomous, anonymous self-defense teams. Because if shit gets dark, guys, you got to protect yourselves. Black people been knowing the slave catchers are never going to support you. They're never going to support you. They are here to keep you in your place. Rich white people, rich white men at the very top of the hierarchy, poor black people at the very bottom. Even middle class and wealthy black people, they want your ass at the bottom. They let the wealthy ones get through, but the middle class and poor, they want your ass right there at the bottom, because as long as a white person thinks, even though they live in the trailer park, they think they're better than Oprah Winfrey and any other black person, that's why you're in this situation. Because they voted for the hatred. Even though that shit directly hurts them. You see all the stories, you see all this shit, Claude. Hey, that's it. Hey, matter of fact, this is a Kamala damn right. I'm day one Kamala. Shit, I'm going to keep that shit on. Because what the fuck did the MAGA cult do for 4 years when we spanked their ass in 2020? They still wore them hats. So I'm day one Kamala. Who was better? Who better than that? Who better than Kamala? You put a name in there that'd been better than Kamala. Jasmine Crockett, shit. Another firecracker. Because I am here for black liberation. In case y'all missed that big ass sign that's over my head, black liberation, that's what I'm here for. Black liberation. Just like the racist demons be out here in my comments on that white supremacy shit, I am the polar opposite of them. So once again, anybody but Kamala got your ass deported, bro. So hey guys, go ahead and deport his ass too while we out of here. Hey, anybody but Kamala got your ass deported. So go ahead and deport him as well. See, we're not fucking with y'all. Right? We're not fucking immigrants for Trump. That's just, hey, I will vote for Donald Trump. That is coconuts for the machete. Coconuts for the machete. Oh no, I got enough mods. We're good. I don't have time for that shit, man. I am not messing with these demons. I am not arguing with nobody. Kamala lost the election, if you believe that. She lost it because of racism and misogyny. Period. Those two things. Also, Elon Musk. So we've been knowing, you can see his own tweets. He told you exactly what he did. And Trump said it himself, that he gonna rig it up so good you never have to vote again. They told you that. They wrote a whole playbook. Period. I got you, bro. I ain't got time for that shit. Hey, man, go argue with your mama somewhere, man. Get your ass up out of here, bro. I ain't got time for that. I'll take care of that my damn self. Hold on, I got you. Ain't nobody got time for none of that shit. Go sit down somewhere, bro. Hey, damn buck dancers up in here, man. Who said I'll be arguing with buck dancers tonight? Hey, I'm sorry. This is not the Unfuck America tour. I do not waste my time going back and forth with buck dancers. I don't do that. Ain't happening. There ain't nothing that a sellout can do for me except go the way of Sambo, Scott, and all the rest of them, how they got pushed out of MAGA right now. Because you already know how they roll.
Online, all I see is coons and jigaboos, coons and jigaboos, coons and jigaboos. They shuck and jive, can't stand these coons and jigaboos, coons and jigaboos. Jigga what? Jigga who? Jigaboos, jiggacoons. They're everywhere. They're over there. They're ready to sell you out for a little bag and a little bit of clout.
go back to your universe. Cause being a jigaboo is nasty work. Oh, I hop online and all I see is coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. They shuck and jive. I can't stand these coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. Oh, oh.
I stopped watching CNN years ago. That's an older video I did too. But yeah, guys, straight up. So we've been knowing. Buck dancers, man, we're not wasting no time with them. Tokens get spent. The Cubans finding out. Hispanics for Trump's finding out. Tokens get spent. White supremacy is not sharing table with you. Look at Marco Rubio. Classic example. A straight traitor to Cuba. Right? Right? Look at that. Look, yeah, I know. That song got my ass clapped on IG. I got to be cool with that shit. Hey, listen. This is the only place you're going to see me playing that song, and I may drop a few on TikTok now and again. Other than that, they be on my ass for that. Imagine how they weaponize that shit against me. I did not even make that song. All I'm doing is just dancing to it. But yeah, listen, the Cubans made the life of the Cubans far worse. After they got over here to America, they pulled the ladder up and then let them be doomed because Marco Rubio is a sellout. Right? He's all of them Republicans, they called it straight about what Trump was. And when he won, they all bent the fucking knee like little beta males. They all bent the fucking knee to fascism. That's why they out here talking about the far radical left, man. Kiss my black ass. I'm going to keep my Antifa card right here. For everybody getting their feelings, hey, right here, baby. You saw it here first. That's my Antifa gold card. I'm not going nowhere. Besides, I'm the Antifa field commander. Anyway, guys, hey, I'm about to get my ass back here and get some time with my motherfucking PlayStation because I've been behind the power curve. I got some more ass to kick online and enjoy myself for the rest of the night. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. I'll be dropping some more videos, of course. I will be dropping some musical hits because now I got this mask. You know I got to get that shit in. And remember, boys and girls, whether it takes 10 months or 10 years, we must be absolutely relentless in our fight against the white delusion of white supremacy.
1713. On the ship Henrietta Marie, chained Africans crossed the Atlantic with no room to stand. Many died before land appeared. Their bodies were thrown into the ocean behind the ship. The ocean saw.
Listen to this closely.
This happened to your bloodline.
This was planned for profit.
Your ancestors still survived it.
The water remembers your ancestors' names. Millions crossed the Atlantic in chains. Many never touched land alive. You are here because they refuse to die quietly.
Yeah. From the 1500s to the 1800s, European ships crossed West Africa, Portugal, Britain, Spain, France, and the Netherlands built this trade. They bought and kidnapped African people for labor in the Americas. Historians estimate that 10 to 12 million Africans survived the crossing. Millions more died before reaching shore. People were taken from Angola, Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, and Congo. Many were marched hundreds of miles to slave ports and chains. At ports like Elman, the Castle, and Bonny, families were separated forever. The crossing became known as the Middle Passage. Ships packed human beings below deck like cargo. Some ships held more than 400 people at once. The British ship Brooks became famous for how tightly people were packed. Men, women, and children were chained together for weeks or months. Many could not sit upright. Disease spread fast in the heat below deck. Dysentery, fever, dehydration, and starvation killed thousands. Women were sexually abused by crew members during the voyage. Some captive jumped into the ocean rather than live in slavery in 1781. The crew of the slave ship zoned through more than 130 Africans into the sea for insurance money. The owners went to court demanding payment for the murdered people. Olaudah Equiana wrote about the smell, the chains, and the screaming in his 1789 book. Your ancestors